Alright, this is William Burr from Right Foot Down. I'm here with Matt and his brand new Tesla Model 3. So how the hell did you even get one of these?
Very generous uncle. So
You're already on the list, right?
I was already on the list. I had my own reservation for about 2 years. My uncle, for his own reasons, had 2 Model 3 reservations.
So he already has other Teslas, right?
Yep, that's right. He had a Model S, traded that in for an X.
Okay.
And while he was trading that in, he put in applied for 2 Model 3 reservations.
If you already have Teslas, does that help you get a better spot on the list?
Yes, absolutely. And
okay,
so when he gave me his
if you want to be on the list for the next car,
right?
Best if you're a previous owner.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, he got me up, and so previous owners definitely have priority in the queue, and so that helped me move up and take advantage of all the great tax credits.
I was going to say, with the great tax credits, it was $7,500 now.
Yep.
But after the first 200,000 cars, it drops down to about what, half that?
I think it's half, so it'd be about $3,750.
Okay, which is huge when it comes to a car of sort of a, compared to the S and the X, is a lot less expensive.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so right now the car's locked, but as you walk up to it, it's like, oh hi, you're here. So it knows basically when you're here based on the phone, right?
Right, yep.
Okay.
As soon as I think it connects on the Bluetooth, I think that's when everything starts working.
Okay, so as you walk up to it, you don't have to press a button, you don't have to do anything. Yep. It's just like, oh, Matt's here, cool.
Walk right in, and everything just starts right up.
Okay, and do you have to have the app open on the phone, or it just knows that like your phone is connected via this car?
That I haven't tried out yet, so I have the app open right now, so it went ahead and just opened itself.
Okay, and so pretty much you just press here.
Yep.
And that pops the window down a little bit.
Yep.
Open it here.
Yep.
Interesting, there is a manual way to get out. There's a thing you can pull inside the car because everything is electric.
Right here.
Yep, that's right right under there. But it tells you not to do that too much because of the fact that the window has to drop down a little bit first, right?
That's right.
Okay, and it doesn't want to damage the window pane.
Yep.
Okay. How do you generally feel about the overall quality? Does it feel like it's pretty solid?
Completely blown away. I mean, somehow Tesla was able to pull off a Spartan look with a legitimate luxury feel. I'm just
and the quality feels good. There's no creaks or rattles or anything?
No, and I've seen on some of the websites there were some alignment issues where maybe some of the metal wasn't quite lined up with the transition to another piece of metal or metal to another piece of glass. I've gone all the way around this. I mean, as you can see, all the lines are actually looking really great. So I think whatever quality control issues that they had at the very first models, I mean, it looks to me like everything got solved. I'm just very, very satisfied with the overall quality of the car.
All right, so you can open the charge port with your phone, right?
Correct, yeah. So let me go ahead and I'm going to hit the trunk first because that's where all the charging stuff is at. So we're going to pop the trunk there. Then I'm going to go to the charging feature here on the app, and I'm going to go ahead and bust that open, and there it is. Okay. And so what's nice is I've already got my charging cord out, but underneath here they've got a nice packet here where you've got your charging cord, and then also if you've got a flat tire, there's a nice patch kit that's there as well. So, but anyway, so I plug it in at home. I've got a 1450 NEMA outlet. I think I can charge up the car from dead battery all the way up to 90%, which is what they recommend. Yeah. I think it takes about 6 hours or so.
Okay, so that's something you'll do overnight?
Yeah, overnight. So generally with my commute, I drive about maybe 30 miles. Round trip, it takes maybe an hour and 20 minutes to charge back up and get it back up to 90%, which is what they recommend. Okay. So it's 90% versus the 100%. If you keep your car charged at 90%, it's supposed to make the battery last longer. Okay. If you want to bring it up to 100%, because you're going to make a long trip for the weekend, it's a flick of the switch right on the control panel, and boom, you're there. Okay. So it's not hard to change that. Not hard at all. Okay. And here's the charging outlet here. So I plug in the other end of the cord here. I go ahead and I press the button for this. It'll automatically open this up. So you can open it. You can open it there. Yes. You can press this and open it, right? Basically. Yeah, you can also press it. There's 3 ways to open it. 3 ways to open it. Okay. That's right. Take it in, pop it in right there, and this will turn. It'll light up. Yep. It'll start. It'll pulse green while it's charging, and when it's completely charged, it'll be green. You can also see the status on the touch screen on the car, and then of course you can always see it on your app. That's awesome. It's great. It's absolutely user friendly all the way around. Opens up, right? Yes, and so that's how, because everybody has a case on their phone, so what you can do is this. How do you grab this? Oh yeah, okay. And then you can change which cord is down there if you have a different type of phone or whatever. Yep. So what we've got here is, this is Tesla's proprietary mapping software here. It's not Google Maps, it's not Apple Maps, it's not running off my phone. It's already plugged in right here.
It's amazing how easy it is to just sort of
it's really nice.
pinch and move. There's no delay. There's no like gray area around the outside loading. It's just all there.
If you hit cancel trip, it's just one button. It's one push. It's not like, are you sure you want to go here or anything else? It's ready to go.
Show me through the rest of the screen a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So actually, if you want to know what's going on in Mars right now, well, we can take a look at the rover here.
That's hysterical. Of course you can. I like that we started with that. That's awesome.
Right. Well, Elon said we got to go to Mars here, so
that's really
we've
cool.
got to make sure that we know where the rover is at all times. So it'll take a minute for it to load back out. But anyway, we don't have to stare at that. But there's another fun part here where we can do a little bit of drawing here. Yeah, so you can, you know. Nice little happy face. That's me driving the Model 3 right there.
You can do that while you're driving.
Yeah, you can do it while you're driving too, awesome. which is great and bad all at the same time. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to play with in traffic. You want to write a note and take a pic and send it to someone or whatever. It makes it kind of fun.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you can change the colors and all kinds of stuff here.
Hysterical.
Yeah, it's great. So here's the steering wheel here. So if I wanted to move the steering wheel up, just go ahead and just scroll up. I want to move it down, and then if I want to go out, it's this way. I think I've already got it all the way out, and then in, I can really, there's a lot of adjustment here, which is really great. Yeah, there's the mirrors. Yeah, so here's the, so I can go ahead and move that out, back and forth.
So the button changes based on what's selected over here.
Right. Okay. There's a software upgrade that's coming, so when my wife comes in, her card will automatically set the seat and the mirrors to
kind of like the old 1, 2, 3 button.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. There's the same thing with the right there. Yep.
Okay. Right, I like the fact that there's a decent amount of room in the back. 2 kid seats, 1 backwards, 1 forwards. How old are the kids?
3, over just almost 3.5 and almost exactly 1.
Okay. So I mean the fact that those seats fit back there, and even with your driving position, there's room for legs, which is good.
Yeah, the rear-facing seat is behind the passenger, and you do lose a little bit of space with that.
Okay.
But the front-facing seat, I have my seat all the way back, and I've got absolutely plenty of space. I can almost lock out my legs.
And how tall are you?
Almost 6'4".
Okay. So if you're larger than average and/or have kids, you can buy a Model 3.
Yep. And look at the headspace. This is the
this
is the best right here. So
yeah.
You know, for taller guys, you know. Yeah. Definitely, you want that headspace. You got a hat on or a visor or something.
And this has the panoramic roof, right?
Yes, this is one of the coolest features. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
All right.
To get this one big massive
This is one of my favorite things right here. So let's go ahead and do this. So you can feel the air that's coming out.
Yep.
Can you feel it kind of hitting your face a little bit right now? Well, I hate it when the air's in my face. So let's not do that anymore. How about we just go ahead and spread that out? Is the air hitting your face anymore?
Yeah.
This is great. So you can move this up and down, however you want the air to come out, and it's all coming from there.
Yep.
And it's great. So I've got it hitting my face right now. I want to go ahead and change that, and so the air will come around here. And I generally like it up a little bit because I can feel it sometimes get a little warm up there. And I go ahead and do
that. That's hysterical.
It's absolutely great. So
that's amazing.
It's one of the annoying things I had with my Honda. I could never get the air like just right, where it was either hitting my eyes and they would dry out because the air conditioner works so well. I obviously don't have any problems with this.
That's cool. All right, let's get more drive. Okay, now I feel like I kind of want to like reach down and grab for a shifter, but it's just up.
That's it. Yep.
Wow, okay.
Foot on the brake and up for reverse, and you have 22 inches left.
That's hysterical.
That's nice.
Oh, it's so quiet. First time driving a Model 3. This is awesome.
Yeah, this thing will chirp at you anytime that there's cars or anything like that. It obviously will,
So it's basically using the fancy radar and sensors.
Yes. I think my VIN number was, the last 5 was 10,004 something. So I believe this car is one of about 10,000. Oh, you didn't even step on it yet.
Oh, I know. You could just tell it just sort of like welled up.
What's crazy is you can feel the regenerative braking right there when you let off the accelerator. You can notice it's such a noticeable difference.
Yep.
But wow, when you hit the gas,
yeah,
there's no gas.
The accelerator.
Yeah, when you hit the accelerator, it just doesn't stop. It just goes all the way to 100, and it just keeps going. I mean, it's really crazy fast.
What do you think of the ride?
The ride's great. It's It's not too rough. It's definitely more of a sporty, you know, type feel, but it's not rough enough to where your teeth are going to rattle out of your head. You know,
I'd say the aggregate is probably like a 3 Series C-Class type. You know, like a small luxury sedan, but it's also, which is also sporty.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty big bump here again.
Whoa, dude! Holy cow!
Wow. That's
it's great. It's different riding in the passenger side.
Yeah, you don't expect it, right?
Oh, that was a roller coaster feel. If you can't feel that in your stomach.
Such a surge. That's hysterical.
Ooh, it's wrong.
One more time.
Oh.
And just no noise. Like it's the only extra noise is the tire noise and just sort of the whoosh going by. That it's literally wow.
It's a silent ninja on crack.
It really is. That is hysterical. It's just such a unconventional surge. There's no peaks or like up and down and like the revs that you would have in a normal car.
Yep.
It's just it just goes.
With the long range battery, without the options package, you know, you're talking 44,000. I would challenge anyone to find a car, you know, at that price point that can do all of this stuff. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. With the options package, you know, it brings it up to about 49.
It is neat how literally as you're coming up to a stop, as soon as I took my foot off the accelerator, we started slowing down, similar enough as it would be analogous to actually just braking on a conventional car.
Yep, and all that adds up to saving, you know, saving the energy that it's already expended. So.
Regenerative braking is essentially like when you're off the accelerator and it's the car is slowing itself down. What if you're hitting the brake pedal? Does that count towards it?
It's going to take away. It'll take away some of the. It's not going to be able to capture that because the brake pads are taking some of the energy rather than.
Okay, so it's more of the fact that the car is slowing itself down and recouping that energy.
That's correct. So right now I'm on the touch screen, and there's one thing on here that's called you know, creep. So if you like a more of a traditional you know, type feel to the car when you're driving it, if you let off the brake, you know, at your intersection,
start moving ahead a little bit.
Yep, you want to peek out a little bit.
You currently had that off, right?
I turned it off. I'm all in for, you know, for
more of the
more of the EV feel.
The new feel, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep, it took me about 2 days to turn that off. So
okay, and was that on from when you got it?
The guy at the dealership turned it on, and he goes, hey, this might be nice for your transition. You know, it'll be more of a traditional feel.
Your transition. To your new life.
That's right.
So on your coffee.
I should assume. Yeah, go for it.
Wow!
Wow! Oh, dude!
That was crazy.
Dude, it just went from 35 to 75 like it was nothing.
From a standstill, this car may not beat some faster cars, but from like while it's moving, I think 30 to 70. That was nuts. That felt like we got rear-ended. That was awesome.
Some of the superchargers where you know, going from you know, near dead battery, or you know, it's time to charge up. Nobody ever wants to run it down to 0, but getting up to 80%, which takes about 45 to 50 minutes. Most of it depends upon which state you're in and the price per kilowatt hour. Okay. It's about 10 to 12 bucks.
Gotcha.
And you can get from nearly dead battery to 50% in about 20 minutes. So. And that's at a supercharger. Obviously, it'll take longer in your garage. No maintenance with this, no oil changes. There's only 3 things you got to do. You got to rotate the tires, brake fluid, and there's one other small thing. And those are the only maintenance things that need to happen. And anytime it's due for maintenance, the screen here will tell you.
That's cool. So
the warranty is really great. So it's bumper to bumper. I believe it's 4 years, 48,000, and then when I get close to that, they'll have an offer to where I can extend the warranty. But the battery, this is the best warranty, is I believe it's 8 years, 120,000 miles. Okay. And so if there's you know, something that's wrong with the battery, it's not keeping enough of the charge, they're going to replace it for free. And then I think there's also an option when I get close to that to extend the warranty out. So. I mean, with warranties like that come for free, that it comes with the car, you don't have to pay anything for that. That's obviously, you know, Elon standing behind his product there, and which is great. Oh, gonna have to close console lid gently. Boom.